Hello everyone. I wanted to come on here and just share a little brief on a couple things that are happening right now energetically. It's December 26th, 2021. Venus is in Capricorn retrograde and it's been touching Pluto in Capricorn. And as you all know, Pluto's been in Capricorn for quite a while, many years, since 2008. So it has been this exposing of what our structures of consciousness are, and not only individually, but as well as in society, right? In governments. And if you've been following me, if you've been following astrology, you already know this. So now Pluto's at the ending degrees of Capricorn, meaning the last 5 degrees or so. And so this is really about cleaning up any residual energies in the way that we structure our consciousness. And because Venus has been in Capricorn and it has retrograde, and touching Pluto, right? This means that, we're really looking at the integrity of our relationships. So Capricorn is always going to be about integrity. What is integrity? It's being congruent, right? It's being actually, congruent, especially with Venus there, it's congruent with our values. Like, are we creating the structures of our reality that's congruent with our values, particularly with Venus and Capricorn conjunct Pluto? And because Capricorn is about how we structure our consciousness, we want to make sure that our relationship with ourself and our relationship with anything in the outside world is in alignment with our values. And, are we valuing ourselves, valuing our own needs, acting on behalf of our own needs, and coming into or showing up in our relationships in a congruent manner, where our actions are aligning with our words, our actions are aligning with what we say we value, and actually what we value, right? How are our actions exposing what we're really valuing and what's going on unconsciously? Because Pluto's always going to expose what's going on unconsciously, right? So Mercury is actually in Capricorn as well, and this is why I felt called to actually do a quick video today, because Pluto's at 25, Venus is at 25. Venus has just passed over Pluto. It's still super close though. It's within minutes of Pluto, right? And Mercury is at 20 degrees, almost 21 degrees. So this means Mercury is headed towards Venus and Pluto. So Mercury will conjunct both of those. This is going to happen around the 29th of the month, so December 29th, December 30th. Mercury, what is Mercury? Mercury shows, our communication. So it's like, what are we perceiving? What kind of communication we're getting, and then how we're perceiving that, and then also what we are communicating. So we can actually be seeing things in our own communication, areas that we may not be congruent with what we're communicating. So in other words, our actions are not aligning with our words. If we see that, it's just the opportunity to clean that up, to actually really do the work we need to do to, be congruent with our word. And this is really important in building self-trust. And this has to do with our relationship to ourselves. Venus is always going to be about a relationship to ourselves. So when Mercury conjuncts Venus, this is going to show, are we being congruent with our word? Are we actually establishing trust in ourselves because we are maintaining our word and our commitments that we speak or initiate with our speech, right? It doesn't mean we're never going to change our minds, because we do. But when we change our minds, that we are accountable and that we actually communicate that with ourselves or with our relationships, right? And so Mercury will conjunct Pluto And in that, it's going to expose toxic communication or areas that we need to eliminate because we're not being congruent with our word, right? And while this is all happening with ourselves, it's also happening with others. So our others in our lives are our relationships, the people that we're in relationship to, are they being congruent with their words? Are their actions aligning with their words? You know, if they say they're going to do something, do they do it? If they ask you to go and meet them somewhere, do they show up? Or do they repeatedly not show up? This is information for us to know. We can see, you know, the level of integrity that people have, and where they don't have integrity. And, you know, this isn't a judgment. It's more just about discernment. And Mercury is really about discernment. Everything is just information at the end of the day. So there is no judgment. It just depends on how clear you want to be in your life, how congruent, how you're building your self-trust is how congruent you're being in your life. Are your actions and words aligned? Are you fulfilling your commitments? Because as you do that, you're creating clarity. Capricorn is all about funneling consciousness in the direction we desire to go. So if we create funnels to direct consciousness and then we do not meet those funnels or those parameters or those boundaries, then we cannot funnel consciousness in the direction in which we wish to funnel consciousness, right? We cannot meet our goals. And so relationships can be showing this, you know, is this a person that is integrous? Is this a person I want to invest, Venus, invest my time in, Capricorn, time? Is this a distraction if I invest my time with this person? And a distraction is meaning, is this actually going to be congruent where I'm not getting distracted and distributing my energy in places that actually isn't going to go anywhere, isn't going to be efficiently utilized, acknowledged, used as a resource? Venus. We want to be paying attention to those things right now, especially as Mercury is starting to come closer to Venus and Pluto. So between now and the 29th, 30th, it's a good time to pay attention to these particular pieces in our consciousness and in our reality. So in order to create the reality we wish to live in the world and be in the world, we have to distribute our energy efficiently, and we want to be true to our word and also congruent with our actions. And we also want to be investing in people, situations, things that are going to be able to provide a return on investment. So this doesn't just mean financial, but it also means energetic. We want to be regenerating energy rather than debilitating energy. So I hope this is helpful. If you like this video, please like it. Please subscribe to my channel if you'd like to follow any more astrological updates. And I'm happy you're here. And I'll be back for the next video.